Hello, welcome to Blue Lizard Farm. The hoop houses, I could not grow out here successfully without them. That's the bottom line. Is they're just essential. Before we officially started our farm, the hoop house program came out, and you could get one hoop house per farm up to a fifth of an acre in size. And so we applied for that, and we got that hoop house, and that was difference between day and night. We're talking a metal structure. It was strong, obviously quite a bit more money. On a whim, when my wife got some lettuce and spinach, and I threw that in the ground, and it grew really well. And we were also taking plants, vegetables, to chefs that we knew in Las Vegas for samples. And they really liked the greens, and the greens grew really well. And so then that's what we kind of based our farm on, is the greens. Hoop houses can protect your crops from high winds, insect damage, and other creatures that'll be on your farm. Shade cloth is an essential tool for us. We grow greens, and we have wide-ranging temperatures. Oftentimes, our temperatures, even in the summertime, are 50 degrees in spread from the high to low. That means around here, if we have 80 degrees in the daytime, we're going to have 30 and a frost at night. But as we get further into summer, in order to extend our ability to grow greens, we pulled shade cloth onto our hoop houses, and that keeps things cool, doesn't overheat the greens, and we're able to continue to grow. The greenhouses add a whole nother level, right? Because those are heated and cooled. And then we add shade cloth to them as well. And so we can control the temperatures a little bit better. And I'm really trying to work on getting solar for them, because when I need the power, the fans are running because the sun's out, right? And as soon as the sun goes down, the fans shut off. So it makes sense to add solar to them, net zero on the carbon, right? And then you just get so much more production, right? So the difference between, and we'll go over, you've seen the tomatoes here, we'll go over to the greenhouses next, and it's massive, the difference, right? When you can control those temperatures.
You were saying maybe even 50% more at least.
Oh, yields? Absolutely.
Yields.
And greater than that.
Yeah,
Definitely. But not everything grows, most of what we're doing is growing in pots there. And so it's very, very much, it's potting mix. So it doesn't really have any nutrients. So I have to add nutrients every time, so it's a hydroponic kind of a in soil thing. But that's typically the way that tomatoes are growing now in greenhouses. You can buy, we just ended up with a bunch of pots because of the hemp project we were working on. And you just have so much more control. So each level compared to outside the hoop houses, you just have more control over the environment and situations and protections. And then you go to the greenhouses, and it's just that much more enhanced, right? So higher humidities, the plants are happier, perfect nutrient. To have a successful farm, and for years we didn't have these greenhouses, and I didn't really realize how much of an enhancement they are. There's stuff that we grow exclusively in the hoop houses because it does better. Perfect example. I mean, other than we've got greens right here, but beets. I can't hardly grow a beet outside, but inside a hoop house with shade cloth, those little critters, insects don't like to go in shade. I can grow the most beautiful beets on the planet. And then you go to a hoop house and everything's just enhanced more. So you basically, you want to put your crops with the highest returns in the appropriate places. There's two crops that I have to grow indoors: beets and tomatoes. Both are very susceptible to curly top virus. The frustrating thing about curly top virus is the plant gets infected in the spring, and you may not find out until 45 days later that plant has been infected. So growing those crops inside a structure where the leafhopper will not go into is essential. We do a lot of our tomatoes in pots, and then we provide them with all the nutrients that they need. On occasion, we also grow tomato plants in the ground. Some additional nutrients will be needed, but the soil provides much more than a pot. And so in the pot, you're hydroponically growing, and in the ground, obviously, more of a conventional type growing.
I use a lot of alfalfa in my area, mainly because it grows here. I've tried other cover crops, legume cover crops, and with limited success. So the idea is that we rotate around in that field with cover crops, my outdoor growing. So summer squash, winter squash, and melons is generally what I put out there. Things that we know that grow well in spite of our environmental conditions outside of hoop houses.
But for us in our greens, we come out, we cut usually about 25, 30 pounds, and we rush it right in to go into our greens washer that chills the crop very quickly and removes that field heat. So our wash line is really adaptable. It's primarily, its use is for greens, but we've washed carrots and beets and turnips and lettuce heads all through our wash line as well. So that equipment is good for more than just greens production. It will also wash other crops that we grow.
So we need to have the right equipment so that we can have food safety standards and a wash line that will put out a product that's safe and clean for the consumers. With the Home Feed Nevada program, they needed mobile cooling. And so I wasn't doing hemp anymore. And so the first 8 feet of this is our walk-in. This is what these videos are about, right? Sharing my knowledge, making it work, right? I would take 2 years, if I could afford it, in my business plan to do nothing but soil conditioning, right? Build your hoop houses, plant alfalfa. I've tried to plant other legumes in it, but alfalfa grows, and it is a perennial. So in order to kill it, it's a challenge to kill it. But while it's there, it is hammering away 120 to 150 pounds of nitrogen per acre into the soil. Alfalfa roots are known to go down 20 feet. So now you're getting through your clay layers. You're getting good drainage in your soil. You're adding nutrients constantly. You mow the alfalfa. An acre of alfalfa, I think around here does about 7 tons to the acre, if I'm not mistaken. And so if you're mowing that, you're just putting that nutrients out from those plants and the organic matter to decay into the soil. And then to bring a hoop house into production, you do a kill step on the alfalfa, but I'd bring in 4 or 5 yards of compost, till it all in, and then never till again. Then I would water for a summer to germinate all the wheat seeds, flame it, get all the weeds out, and then perhaps start planting that fall. So we're talking 18 months until you are planting a crop that you can sell. And I think that's some of the struggles we have now, is that we've always had to just be in production. And so we never had a chance to really get those wheat seeds out. If you like the content here, please subscribe. If you have questions, comment down below.